everyone. Welcome back to Can We
Hi.
Say It?
Hi,
Hey,
guys.
Beck.
How everyone?
Beck's
Um,
back. Beck is
I
back. She
am
was.
back.
I did mention you were back. You were away on some secret business, and I think you can reveal that.
I am. I've been quite busy here because we are heading out of this country. It is time to go right now.
It's
So
time to go.
it's time to go. There's just a lot. I think ever since we got here, we've been in like lockdown and isolation, and we've been quarantined, and it's just, it's time to go. It's sometimes things don't work out as they planned. And I think right now, because all we can do is plan for right now and then for the future, obviously, eventually. But for right now, it's just this is not the place to be. My son needs some normalcy. He hasn't seen anybody but myself and my husband for 3 months, and he's only 6 months. So half of his life has been in isolation. So
Mm.
we are heading back to Australia. Um, yeah,
Stand
that's
clear,
happening in the
doors
next few
closing.
days. Right, stand clear, doors closing. Oh my god, I haven't heard that for so long. Or I've heard like mind the gap.
So I don't mean to like. I just had to throw that out there. I'm really no. I really do feel serious about today and what we're discussing. Yes, of course. I'm very happy that you're coming back. Like if there was ever any doubt like in your minds about
Yeah, I
that
think
decision before, I think
right.
all doubt is gone. It's
I think
100%
all the
clear what
doubt
you
is
must
gone.
do.
It really, really is. It was first, it was a decision I was like trying to figure out to make because, we were in like an uncomfortable living situation. And I'm like, what do we do? Some people like, just hang in there, this will get better and the
I
lockdown
did
won't be
say
forever.
I was one of the devil's advocates
Yeah,
for a while.
you were. And then a lot of people were just like, just go back to Australia. There's nothing happening here. And, there has not been,
But
we
there's a
came
lot
back to
happening.
work for there's a lot, but there's a lot
Wait, what did
happening.
they mean by there's nothing happening as in work?
Yeah, well, just us, us being in our homes. Like, why should we be in our homes just by ourselves with a new baby when we can be back in Australia with family where, things are more normal there and they're even getting more normal there. And I think things here are
Mm,
things are everywhere here, really. I mean, it's
it's
just,
chaos. Can we have another word for
it's
normal though?
chaos. It's,
It's more it's calmer.
I mean, I don't,
There
I
are
don't
less
know.
cases, there's less
Oh yeah, over there,
cases,
yes. Yeah. It definitely feels
and
like the right thing to do.
it's not in turn the society hasn't broken down yet or is it not in chaos.
No,
And
that's
you have
true.
a right you have as a citizen every right to
Yeah, I
return
mean,
on this mercy flight,
well, now we're not on a
because the
mercy
borders are
flight.
closed.
I think I definitely want to shout out to Virgin Australia in a very negative way. So we were supposed to be leaving on Sunday.
Oh, okay, I thought we were gonna get sponsorship. No, that's cool. Okay,
No,
go.
I mean it's been difficult getting like last minute passports for my son and all kinds of things. It's just taken time. That's why we haven't been able to just hop on a flight. There aren't really any flights, so we booked a flight a few weeks ago, and whilst they said they would social distance and all that kind of stuff, we just got an email a couple of days ago saying, hi, just to let you know that you're going to be on a full flight without social distancing. um
Wow.
just a heads up. And I'm just like, no, I'm not sitting next to a stranger. I don't know where they've come from, especially in this country, with my
Mm,
baby across my lap, probably tapping that guy and screaming, and who knows. It's just, so we've had to
yeah,
cancel the flight, and we are going to be most probably going on another flight via San Fran.
which is not
um
so that's a domestic so when you can you
it's
just explain the difference when when I said mercy flight, as in international travel, that's the mercy flight,
I
right?
think they mean mercy flight, meaning like it's specific flights to get Australians home during this
Correct.
crisis. And they
Yeah.
fly, I know Virgin and Qantas fly twice. Oh, they fly once a week, or they have been this month. So they haven't announced any more flights. Um, but yeah, so that did not work out. I'm pretty upset with them because now we're on a flight that's maybe triple the price. I could probably have traveled all
Oh
around the
my
world for
goodness.
this price, on
So,
any
wait a
normal
second, so
occasion.
why are they not okay, is the flight from Virgin all Australians on it to
Yes.
come back
Yeah.
home?
Mhm.
So they obviously
See a
had to,
lot of
like
Australians.
they probably had to wait for enough people
No, not
to be on
really.
it so that they could fly? Like, how does
No, no,
it
no. They've been flying like I said, there have been flights prior weeks that haven't been as full,
so
maybe
why
because of
wouldn't they social distance? It doesn't make sense.
because they
If
want to make
they've
money.
got regular flights of Australians coming home, it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
I think they're just trying to make money. Like at the end of the day,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is a money
yeah, yeah.
making
Follow the
event.
money. Just follow the money for every single problem in the world right now. Just follow the money.
Isn't that right? Like they're not caring about the safety of people. Um, yeah, it's been madness here, and obviously I'm trying to get some last minute stuff in. Sleep deprived with a little baby. Things are closed. Like Target was shut because there's been looting going on. There's been like we're walking going for walks where there's like board every like a lot of shops are boarded up around us
Yeah.
because of looting. I don't want to say
Yeah,
because of protesting, because looting
it's
is
looting.
separate to
It's different.
protesting.
It's different. Yeah, no, you
Exactly.
like, Vic was
Can't
telling you,
get it
like,
twisted.
she's just trying to get a product for a baby, like, because he's
Right.
gonna be in a hotel, and she's like, "Damn it, these looters."
I know. I'm like, damn
I
looting. I'm
can't
like,
go to
they've closed
Target.
Target, and they've closed lots of other stores, and it's really sad because I don't really I don't want to get into politics too much because you know what, I don't know much about this country and politics. I don't if things are just messed up and it's a bit
Well, you've been
crazy.
there for many years.
Yeah, I have been, and the positive. I hope that there's positive that there are peaceful protests going on here, and it's so beautiful to see. And everyone's like trying to support and try. Not everyone, but there are most people, and it is great to see that a
Mhm.
coming of a hopeful change. I don't know if that will happen
I
with
do,
in
yeah, I
terms of
do.
leadership, but I think in terms of the people, I hope
Oh,
will
yeah,
there will
people
be
yeah, yeah.
change.
There has to be. It's always gonna be like with everything. There's always gonna be a few who ruin it for everyone. It's just with anything, like with
Yeah. And there's going to be
anything.
different states and different, like it does boil down to like I said, a political, like Republican, Democratic, they follow different leaderships, they follow different ways, they follow different structures, and they have their own opinions on everything. But all
Ugh.
we can do is educate, like we can educate ourselves. We can um
Yeah.
I feel like social media is quite interesting because we scroll and we read, and we have to probably do a little bit more in-depth work to educate ourselves than just what we're seeing,
You have
what
to
is
look
shown
for
to
you have
us.
to know what you have to not just scroll, you have to look and then read it and listen to hear what you're reading, listen to it, let it sink in and
Mhm.
process it, and ask
Yeah,
yourself questions about what you've just saw, not like process it and listen and educate. You can still there are lots of yeah, but you have to dissect that kind of there's an information overload and you have to decide what you need from all of that and pick sort of try to follow people who are sort of have a very sensible I would say
right,
sensible moderate centric kind of standpoint like like reasonable like
right, exactly on the
fair.
same wavelength. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we wouldn't have known. We would didn't know this was going to happen, and all I could do is pray for peace and pray things will get better. And yes, we might be back eventually later down the line, but it's just kind of
Wow,
monitoring the
you can't see that
situation here.
far.
Yeah, I can't see that far yet. I don't think
It's too uncertain.
it's too, yeah, it's definitely too uncertain, and I just want to do what's best for my child right now. He doesn't know what's going on, thank gosh, but he will growing up. It's going to be very interesting telling him about 2020, and he'll read about it in history, and I hope there will be a change for him because yeah, he is he's a beautiful brown skin mixed boy, and I just want
Mhm.
him to, be proud of who he is, and there to
He
be
will be.
peace. Yeah, there to be some peace.
He will be. It's just a matter of you guys will implement that so that he is, and you know I hope I'm around him. We all will.
Yeah,
So and yeah, you can understand. I can understand what your worry is. You know, for future
of
growing.
course. I think it's like,
It's
yeah,
it's
there's a,
enough.
it's a
It's
different
bad enough.
future growing up
Yeah,
here.
it's bad enough you think of your own, like, you think of your kids who, who are white, thinking you have worries for them, but there's this added worry if
Worry here.
you have a
Yeah,
child who's, like, in a minority group or is different, quote,
absolutely.
unquote, different. Um,
Exactly. Exactly. So, but hopefully, like I keep, hopefully change will come. Maybe this new generation, like we've spoken about it in millennials, and we've spoken about it in like these are new, amazing people, like kids coming up, and they are changing the world. Like they are turning things over. Like they are protesting. They're not afraid to stand up for what they believe in. And
Mhm.
I think that's pretty special. I think they're really special, special kids.
I hope, yes, I hope so. I just hope they're not too, I don't, I really just really need, like, pray and hope that it doesn't swing too far to one side, because it's not any kind of extremism.
Right, as we say, we
um
love we love a good balance.
yeah,
We love
yeah,
balance, so balance is the key. On
if
a
you go too far to each side, they become two sides of the same coin, which is bad too. So
right, yeah, it's
it's
something
just
in
got to
bit. It's
be
something in the middle.
it's got to be done really carefully and logically, and like, but there are really good people fighting right now,
Yeah,
and trying to implement, like, a substantial like, policies and changes
yeah,
to change, to overturn hundreds of years of a system,
the system
basically, that
exactly.
doesn't really work. I always feel like, I don't know if it's a woman thing or a Jew thing, like, I always feel like I always have an exit strategy no matter what, like, I always have, like, a backup plan. It's just how I live. I heard this guy saying it, it was whoops, sorry, it's my phone being dropped. It was on the, Joe Rogan podcast. I think it was, like, an interview with, I wanna say Eric, someone or other, who was, giving this point about how, like, you know leaving, like, that story of Passover, like, Jews leaving Egypt, like, it's like, "Okay,
Mhm.
10 plagues,
Right,
locusts, let's get out of here."
right,
Like,
exactly.
let's go. I feel like that's what it's like. You're like, okay,
Yeah,
I stuck with the pandemic. Okay,
you
now
know,
there's pretty much like, a civil unrest
revolution.
or
Yeah, yeah,
society
it's true.
a societal breakdown. Okay, now it's time to go.
Okay, now we're going. Now we're
Yeah,
leaving. Exactly. Now it's time to go. And we're
yeah.
not done yet because
No, you've got a huge
I've got
journey,
a
exactly.
huge journey, and then a literally being locked in a 14-day hotel quarantine, which I will do my best to not only try and update you guys with Insta story videos on our
Yes,
lock,
please.
being completely locked in a room or, a space. So I'll update you, but we will try and get an episode up of how things are going in our mandatory hotel
Quarantine.
quarantine in
We do wanna
Sydney.
track this. I mean, I
Yeah,
hate to make your
exactly.
actual life, you know,
Oh no,
content, but
it's gonna make things probably go quickly. I'm sure
we
people
do
might
wanna
be
follow this
interested in.
story. Yeah, we do wanna follow
Yeah,
this story because, you are, like, yeah, you're going this is not over yet, you're leaving, but then, yeah, you have to get through this quarantine in a hotel, and we're hearing things about that, but you're actually going to live it. So we need to we feel like we should document it, and at least get your experience and perspective out there to the listeners.
absolutely. Yeah, I think it'll be good for people to know I'm sure my story will be different from people that are quarantining in different cities or with not with families, or but my personal, I think, will be interesting for listeners to hear, especially those that are considering or that are traveling back to
Mm.
Australia, what
Or
they
any
kind of
or
are in for.
anywhere. Yeah, or
Yeah,
any one of their home countries that requires obviously a quarantine when you get there.
yeah,
And yeah, like it's probably gonna yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We're hoping that they put back into a hotel that's got
oh,
decent Wi-Fi so we can, you know, get you some some
yeah.
episodes up. But yeah, if you know why we have if you see that we haven't posted, you know why.
Yeah, exactly. It might. We're not sure how things are going to go until we land. I'm not sure which place or hotel or anything that I'm going to be in until we land there. And I guess it's just um a wait and see situation. We can,
Are you
we're
very
trying to.
nervous?
I wasn't until I thought about the fact that we're in a room that's just like locked. We're locked in. We don't have a key. That kind of the thought of that made me feel a little like claustrophobic. But we can't think of it that way. We have to try and mm, just get through it. Just get through it.
I'm sure they're going to provide you with everything that you need, and I'm sure that if but don't forget, Beck, I know you always wanna be polite, but if there's something that you need, just remember that you can call them
Request it.
anytime and ask them and tell them, like, "I really need this, I really need that. Can you provide this and provide that?" Like, you have every
Yeah.
right
I
to get
definitely feel I feel
what you need.
more I feel a bit I feel better knowing that we're now flying into Sydney. Before we weren't. And I've got, friends, you guys, and my mum.
I'll
My
be
mum's
I've already said I'm posting, like, all this stuff. I'm like, I've got a Woolies order ready to
I
go,
know.
like
Yeah, hands on it. My mum's like, "Oh, I'm gonna make you, home cooked meals," and I was like, "Mum, I'm not sure if you can do that, but we'll see." I don't know, but she's
What?
yeah,
Like, dropping off stuff to the hotel? I wonder if you could do
yeah,
that.
yeah. You can drop off like care packages. I think they look and make sure everything's okay, but you can do that.
Sure.
So, or she wants to wave at the window. I'm like, Mum, I don't know what
Oh,
window yet, or
yeah, you
but
might
you
be really
can.
high up, but yeah.
Yeah, who knows? Like I said, we're not really sure. But I do feel better that we're in Sydney for that reason.
Yes,
But
I'm happy 'cause then there's, like, this no, 'cause then you don't have to fly again or figure out how you're gonna get
exactly.
from interstate because
Even that's been tricky. Yeah,
the
the
borders are
borders are
closed
closed.
interstate as well. Yeah.
They are. So yeah, that's the one thing. I'm just trying to get as much fresh air as possible now, just for the next couple of days, because
It's
we
gonna
won't
be
have
I feel
fresh
like
air.
you guys can absolutely you guys can absolutely, get through this. I feel like
I think
you're gonna be
Mackay's got
okay.
so much energy right now, so he might get super
Cabin fever.
yeah, but I mean, we'll see how we go. We're
You have a
close
big
to
piece of
freedom.
paper, stick a big piece of paper on the wall and just like,
Cross
do
off
14
days.
days and just crossing off like you're in prison, like, just
Right.
cross off days. Or yeah, please yeah, and make sure you do have, like, some kind of paper and pens, something, so you guys don't get have something that it doesn't drive you nuts. I've gotten into coloring in
I
lately
know,
a
I
lot.
saw that. That sounds amazing. I mean, that's definitely something I would get into once I'm
I mean, it's, like, therapeutic, like, I
totally
know
therapeutic.
you might have 10 minutes or you're just sitting there, like, and it's mindless. I don't know, when I'm coloring in or painting, like, I've taken up to painting a lot of little things around the house,
Amazing.
when I'm doing it, it just, like, I tune out. I'm just
Yeah, that's what I've
completely
heard. It's really therapeutic. So if I get that little chance, or I definitely will at least start doing that once I have some
I'll
help.
bring you some coloring in
Coloring in
things.
books. Yeah, yeah, that would be amazing. Yes,
Or
we'll
just yeah,
get
maybe some
artsy.
activities, like, I don't know, do you and Howie ever play I don't know, like, you might play, like, games or something, you know?
Yeah, we could. I mean, I think obviously it's going to be depending on the jet lag and the sleep and the flipped over and the baby schedule. How much time we'll have will be yet to see. But yeah, we
But there's,
definitely
like, nothing else to do, like, if he's having a nap,
we can.
would it you know what I mean? Like, I know everyone says, "W why don't you nap?" but,
I
you
can at
might want,
least
and just to keep the time just to keep the
stick
time
thinking,
going or to
you know
keep some
what?
variation in what you're
That's
doing, because like, watching shows could get very, um, boring quickly.
totally. And you know what? I don't know. It depends on if we're just in a room, if, TV with a napping is not great, but coloring might work.
Yeah, or like playing a little game, like a I don't know, like a even if you don't have a board game like Noughts and Crosses, Hangman, I don't know.
Like, yeah, that like solitaire or something,
Yeah,
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
Just to
no,
keep your brain going. Because yeah, if I get cabin fever after a few days, then 2
yeah,
weeks is gonna be tough.
yeah, definitely. It will be a challenge. We just have to remind ourselves, like, of the end, There is an end in sight, and freedom, and friends, and family. And it's funny. My mum
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna take the baby. Like, you're not gonna like, I'm gonna take him off yours. Like, we were like, that's fine. You do that, but
Yes.
yeah.
He just
So,
needs to now he has to start sleeping through the night. That's the next thing.
oh, that is the next thing. We will see. We will see. It's
Come
been
on, Makai, you could do this.
you got this. You got this.
Well,
Um,
I mean, he doesn't have to do anything, but it would be
he doesn't.
nice
It would
if
be
he did.
really nice. Like, his naps are getting better. It's just his sleep is not. And I'm just like, I'm packing, but I'm a walking zombie. So I'll see what I've actually. It's taken me
What do
like
you
a
what do
week
you
to pack.
contribute what do you contribute better naps to?
I feel. I don't. I feel like it's the eating,
Mm.
but it's not happening at night yet. But I feel like because he's eating now. It's I don't know. He's definitely napping more now that he's been eating. It's just not working out at night. I'd love to hear some. I know everyone has like sleep training tips
Uh,
and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll get there. But like I said, we'll get
Persistence
one thing at a
persistence
time.
and persistence
Yeah,
and
and persistence.
persistence and wait, uh, not I'm trying to find the word, you're you you need the strength. You're the boss,
Yeah,
not him.
I
You're the
know.
boss.
I'm the weak one. Howie's the like. No, we got to do this. And I'm like, like a cry. I'm like, oh, are you
Nope,
okay?
nope.
Nope.
He will take that around his little pinky and use it till he's 25.
Oh my god, 25, man.
As
Oh,
in, like, he knows that he's whatever you do, babies get used to,
yeah, of
basically. That's
course.
what I'm
No,
trying to say, like,
that's true. You've got to
whatever
put your foot
whatever
down.
yeah, patterns and behaviors you, a um, you act out or whatever, like, everything that you do, they pick up on and they'll follow. They love routine. They love it. So
Yeah,
if you jump to them every time they cry, they're just gonna get used to that. That's, "Oh, yeah, I'm expecting someone to
yeah.
come up
Someone will
immediately."
come. Yeah, someone will come
So
if I keep doing this.
I was doing that with my eldest for every noise,
Oh my
every single
god.
noise,
Oh.
which was insane because there was, like, even a tiny peep, the tiniest peep, which is crazy. It didn't work.
But I guess you were.
I had to be weaned off her.
Oh my gosh, I
And
know.
then and
Oh,
then then it
got
and
better.
I had interference. I think maybe your mum could be a good, intermediary for you with that, 'cause I actually needed someone else to come in and do that with me. Like, I had my sister to
Yeah, she
help
was
me.
really good. She was good, I heard.
So and people have brought in, like, baby whisperers, sleep trainers. Like, there are people employed to do this.
I know. I definitely at one point I wanted that. I was like, oh my god. I think it was when we just got here, and obviously we're on different times, and I was like, I need a night nurse, and I need a sleep. I need someone to come in and just sort this out. So yeah, they do have people like that. I think we have friends that have used people like that, but
But it's also like science, like experimentation. If one thing worked and then you kind of try, well, like, I'm thinking, okay, he liked having some food and then he slept longer in the day. What if we add that Faric stuff to his night bottle to make him fuller
yeah,
at
or
the
give them a bit more formula or something.
Not
Yeah.
more formula, you add that Pharax
Oh,
stuff. It's
this
like a
they don't
it
have that here, but
Oh, okay,
they
that's
will
the first thing I'm bringing
this
you, 'cause you should it's like this flaky, wheaty oat I
like
don't
a
know what it
rice
is, but it's
cereal.
amazing. It's yeah, you mix it into the formula and it makes it like more. It's like food. It's like more filling. So I'm thinking, well, if that works for the day, then it should work for the night. Maybe we should add that to his formula and he'll sleep longer in the night.
Well, maybe that's something in the care package.
Yeah,
I'll ask
yeah,
what they're doing.
that would be my next experiment. It's like trying to just experiment, like a science project.
It is these little ones are like our little projects.
Or like
They
test,
are.
like, "Oh, test it out. Did this work?
It
Okay, then
is.
maybe this will work," and like, "Okay, that didn't work," and then you'll find, like, this delicate balance of what works and what doesn't, but I think you're doing really well, like, it sounds like he's on his way, like, he's doing really
Yeah,
well, so
he is. We're trying to
you'll
just
get
keep him
there.
happy. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to. He's definitely had an interesting 6 months, and yeah, we all
Don't feel
have. I
bad
think.
about that, like, he's he's just because he's only seen you guys have always been, like, loving and he's
Oh
got
yeah,
supportive faces there, that's all he needs, like, and then
it's true.
he's not gonna
He
remember that
won't.
he didn't see anyone, and then still he's very young and he's gonna see a lot of people soon,
Yeah,
so
soon he'll be nice and social, and it'll all be good. And yeah, 2020. I just
we're halfway
2020.
through,
We're halfway
halfway through.
through. We got this. So
I'm just like, if this is 20 all I've been thinking of is this if this is 2020, then what's 2021 gonna be like? Because I thought 2019 was horrific,
I feel like people. Yeah, I
but
felt.
2020 is worse.
Yeah, I don't even know
So
what
then
to
what's
call
2020
this. What's 2021 going to be like?
well, maybe
We'll see.
we're getting prepped for something. Like, it just
Something is
it just
happening.
it
Yeah.
no, but yeah, like, life just happens life's just happening faster and yeah, we have to go through things.
Yeah, we got to kind of roll with it, and we can have
Yeah,
plans, but we have to
we're being
change them if
forced
we need.
we're being sort of whipped from behind. We need to take matters, like, now, sort of we need to instead of being whipped from behind, we kinda need to take charge instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
as best as we can.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I will definitely be in contact with not just with you, Han, but with all the listeners. And if you follow us on Instagram, I'll be popping up on the Insta story and sharing my journey home, the long
Yes.
journey home.
Yes, and we'll try to keep everyone posted with her Beck's quarantine and the journey. Want to thank you as well for listening and staying, staying with us through all the
Through all
episodes. We
of this.
really appreciate it.
It's so funny when we said, "Oh, let's start a podcast." We didn't expect, all of this stuff going on this year to happen, but it's kind of like a nice like it's like a documentation of what's been going on, hasn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we wish you a safe travel. I think,
Thank you,
yeah,
man.
I think that it's great that you're coming back,
Yes, we
and
are very
it really
excited.
is time to go.
Time to go. It's time to
Like,
go.
peace out.
Peace, peace, love, and peace. Yeah, time to leave. But that
All
we'll
right.
we'll be in touch for sure. And thank you everyone for listening. Keep
Stay
liking,
tuned.
following, and stay tuned. Bye for
Yeah.
now.
Bye.
Can we say it? Can we say it?